I just painted that wall last night, and it looks like a 2-year-old played with a pencil on it. I'm gonna attempt to hang this by myself. I got this tilting TV wall mount, as well as this 2-in-1 laser and stud finder. This stud finder looks amazing. It has vertical level and a horizontal level, and it has a carry bag, which is really cool. It comes with a wall mount bracket that includes 2 pins to stick it to the drywall so that the stud finder stays in place with the laser level. This is going to require a fair bit of effort, it looks like. I have no idea how to install this, so follow along with me. There's all kinds of different hardware pieces, a bunch of different size screws, these big giant screws. The stud finder is really going to come in handy for this. I painted this wall last night, and although I can still sort of see the drywall lines because it needs another coat, I can't see them quite as well. So this is going to come in handy so I can find the studs. Just going to hold the button here. So you really have to hold the button down the whole time, and that's a little frustrating. Okay, so it did find a beam. So this is definitely crooked. You can tell because of this bubble. So I have to go this way with it. You can adjust this. You don't have to put more holes in the walls. You could just tilt it until it's level, which is fantastic. So this is what I'm working with. Ladder, drill, mount, pencil, screws, stud finder. We're gonna come up here and make sure that I'm not gonna drill into any electrical. I'm gonna move the stud finder around again because I know that this is generally the area where I'd like the mount. I just realized I did not need the stud finder, and I wasted all of that time because we still have an open pocket here for a pocket door. And so I just took a tape measure and measured the inside to the middle of that top stud, which you can see my lines were off. The ones at the bottom were the original lines. The one little X was where I was gonna put the stud finder. And then the top 2 lines are where the board is, the center of the board. The biggest problem I'm gonna have is that these are lag bolts and they do not fit in this. So I need to find a bit that will allow me to drill these into the wall. Luckily we have this nice little kit here. Is there gonna be one that fits? No. What they don't tell you is you're gonna need an impact drill. This is an 11mm. Will I be able to make this work? I don't know. Let's find out. I think I did it. Let's make sure. I got it. I got it. I got the first screw in. So as long as I got the first one in, then the second one should go in. Fantastic. It's just slightly off, but I think it's okay. It is level and it is secure. It's not going anywhere. I cannot secure this bottom part because there's no board back here. So we're just gonna have to go with it. We're not gonna need the feet. They include batteries for the remote. That is amazing. This is the lightest TV I have ever felt in my life. The next step is to find the screws that fit these holes. That is why they include these different sizes for the actual TV. This TV takes size D. The screws are much longer than the holes, so they give you spacers to accommodate that. In this case, one of the larger spacers is plenty. Okay, these pieces are on. Before we hang this, we need to loosen these, and I don't have a screwdriver in here, so I'm just gonna gently loosen. That's tight. Let's see. Yeah, that's really tight. There we go. The mount looks so good on the wall. I thought for sure that this was going to work on the first try. I'm gonna have to move this. Unfortunately, it did not. So I had to move and adjust the mounts on the back of the TV, which also didn't work. The mount needs to be moved.
So at this point, I had adjusted the brackets on the back of the TV multiple times, and I had actually moved the mount over to the right. Both of those things didn't work. What I realized here is that the mounts on the back of the TV need to actually be up significantly higher in order to give you more space. This might be completely obvious to some people, but it was not obvious to me.
Oh my gosh, I think we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure we got it. Yay! Oh my Lanta!
I would highly recommend taking the plastic off when the TV is down because it would have been much easier.
Cord's not gonna reach the plug.
Had I thought this through, I would have had the electricians put a plug in this wall behind where we're gonna put the TV, but I didn't think about that, and so yeah, the plug is too short.
I have officially mounted the TV. Ta-da! And it's working. I have to do something about the cable though, because I did not think this through. I feel like it's too high, so I'm gonna attempt to take it off the wall and move those brackets way higher. I did move the brackets so they're flush with the bottom of the TV, and now it is still a little higher than I'd like, but much better than it was. So the picture quality on this TV and the sound quality is fantastic. You can see that you can adjust the picture brightness, you can pair your headphones, or you can pair your speakers because it is Bluetooth compatible. You can turn on and off closed caption, turn on and off a sleep timer, set it for gaming, accessibility, and then there are a ton more settings. There's audio settings. You can get antenna channels. You can go to your HDMI if you wanted to switch to a different one. You can change your network, turn on a Bluetooth device, hit that one. Headphones. So we can pair the speakers. Hold on. I'm gonna attempt to pair the VIZIO speakers system to the TV. And there it is. Okay, so we're gonna pair the VIZIO speaker system to the TV. It is paired. Oh my gosh. So now the sound's gonna come out of those speakers. I am really pleased with the TV, the mount, the stud finder, everything that you saw in this video. And I was able to do it all by myself.